Hello, everyone. Let's dive into this topic. You may be new to meditation, or you may have lots of experience. It will either be new information or clarification or validation of information. Regardless, Lesley and I are going to give you a brief tip of the iceberg view of meditation. I, in particular, am going to focus on its benefits, and that will flow right into the guided meditation that Lesley will provide when I'm done. And you'll be provided at the end with an opportunity to ask questions and given further information if you require it. So what is meditation? Is it this, that, any of these? Personally, I've been sitting quietly, thinking about things, enjoying nature, and I've spent decades doing yoga, and none of that is specifically meditation, but meditation could be part of them. I've only started practicing meditation in the past year, specifically since the COVID crisis began, when I started using mindfulness as a tool to decrease my stress and help me sleep. So I'd like to share with you a simple general explanation. There are many different ways and types of meditation, but overall, they all embrace a family of mental training practices that are designed to familiarize the practitioner with specific types of mental processes. They encourage mental work on relaxation, focus, and awareness. Meditation is like mental exercise for the mind, and it's much like physical exercise is for the body. And an integral part of meditation is the breath. Breath is essential for life, but is the focal point of any exercise, physical or mental. Breathing, controlled breathing, is a structured activity, and that leads to immediately observable calming effects. There are a number of breathing techniques, and no time, unfortunately, in this webinar to discuss them, but there are a few links in the resources offered at the end of this webinar, and will be included in a follow-up email if we have your address. During my recent dive into learning to meditate, I dragged my reluctant husband into the experience. COVID isolation meant we did a lot of things together, good and bad, and his big question was why? Why bother? He and I, and many people, have a hazy, inaccurate idea of what meditation is, such as, it's a lot of work, hard to think of nothing, waste of time, oh, I need years of practice, and it's boring. I don't pray or go to church. I'm not that spiritual. I don't even like yoga. I can't just pretend that I have no problems and think about nothing. All of these comments are myths about meditation, and I've either thought of them myself or had others say them to me. So I just want to clarify for all of us just why you should consider trying meditation and why it may benefit you. First, let me start with an analogy, a story to help you understand the process and get to the why not. So imagine you're trying to get some work done. Suddenly, some music starts playing next door. You can hear it clearly, but you can't do anything about it. So you try to stop hearing it. The more you try to stop hearing it, the louder, the more obnoxious it seems. However, if you make an effort to focus your mind on something else, you will eventually find that you forgot all about the music. And that is meditation. The music didn't change. Your mind changes. Meditation is not exactly about emptying the mind or making it quiet. It's about what you choose to focus or not focus on. You don't have to sit in an uncomfortable position or do yoga or follow any particular religious belief, but meditation can enhance any of these things. You don't ignore any of your problems. You will actually be able to see them better. You don't need a lot of time. 5 to 12 minutes a day is enough, and its effects are immediate, as with the breathing that you begin with. When Lesley takes you through the guided meditation, give it a try and simply follow the instructions and let everything else be. By practicing this process, you will find that you are your own calm in the middle of the storm of life. So why not give it a try? Meditation is like multivitamins for your brain. It's good to take every day. And I'm a nurse, and I need to understand for myself what benefits I would get out of this. So like this comic states, first do no harm, after that, go nuts. The most important thing I found is that there is no harm in trying meditation. Au contraire. In this period of time, we have many pressures that we deal with on a daily basis. Just look at all the bubbles of stressors. I'm sure you've experienced some of these and possibly more. And this is only a short general list. The importance of each of these daily issues are imposed on us, or sometimes self-imposed. With so many issues on our figurative plates, it's hard to focus and deal with any one for any length of time. We begin to burn out. This sense of pressure is constantly activating our sympathetic, our fight or flight nervous system. That's the one on the left side of the slide, and wreaking havoc on our health, both mentally and physically. This fight or flight system is beneficial when we need it. Traditionally, when faced with an emergency situation or the attacking tiger, it wasn't meant to stay activated. The opposing system, on the right side of this slide, is what we're meant to spend more of our time in, a rest and digest system. It's our parasympathetic nervous system. Activation of parasympathetic system promotes health, wellness, contentment, and longevity. Together, the sympathetic and parasympathetic compose opposing parts of our autonomic nervous system. So this whole autonomic nervous system, well, it works somewhat automatically. It engages one or the other of these symptoms relatively independently of our conscious mind and voluntary control. So, in order to control most of our internal organs, your autonomic nervous system tends to be in charge. So in essence, you have a mind, but you're not always the boss of your mind. Often your mind is the boss of you. There are many methods to help stress reduction and gain more control over your autonomic nervous system. Meditation is one. And it's easily, instantly, and effectively deactivating to the sympathetic, and it activates the parasympathetic. How? Research supports findings that regular meditation helps us mentally to focus, sustaining attention, ignoring distractions, remove perspective from unwanted thoughts and feelings, and shift that perspective to more positive issues. We make more thoughtful responses rather than making knee-jerk reactions. Emotionally and spiritually, regulates hormones that stabilize emotions, and testimonials report that there's a better sense of purpose, connection, love, and commitment. And physically, it helps to manage many disease processes by actually decreasing symptoms, decreasing stress response, and increasing immunity, as well as improve the conditions of your telomeres. Therefore, you increase your longevity. If you don't like to take medication, then try meditation. It's misleading to say that meditation will alleviate all the negativity in your life, but it is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal and one of the least used. And numerous disease processes are effective. I've put a few here just so that you have an idea of documented scientific research in support of meditation for these diseases. Specifically, think prevention. Many diseases can be prevented or their effects significantly decreased, helping you to treat without as many or any medications, or supporting any medication treatment that you may have to take and assisting your ability to cope. So far, so good? I hope so. I'm going to hand over to Lesley so that she can take you through some meditation and we can try this out.
Okay, there we go. Hi, Jody, welcome. I know you're new as well. What we said at the beginning was we'll just entertain questions at the end. So I'm going to take you through body scan meditation first, and then a couple of very short guided ones. So just to add to what Sue was saying, I myself also use meditation on a weekly basis. A lot of people use meditation before they go to sleep to help close down the day, quiet their thoughts, as religious people would use prayer and other sources as well, because so many of us have difficulty just turning off the world before we go to bed at night. So a lot of people use meditation then. I use meditation in the middle of the day. I like it around noon hour. As Sue was saying, it helps focus, and I can tell you that during lockdown, it has really helped me in terms of my own personal stress levels, and I do believe it's helped bring some of my blood pressure down as well. So there are lots of personal benefits, as she has pointed out. There are a lot of good meditations on YouTube that are free that you can use. The difficulty is if you choose longer ones, then often, you'll have advertisements pop up in the middle of them. So do look at the apps that are available. Insight Timer, Mindfulness, and Relax Now are all free ones, and there are lots of others. So just go exploring, and you'll find one that fits you best. But there are a lot of free apps out there that you can use for meditation. So first, I just want to talk a little bit about the breathing. Those of you who practice yoga know that in the practice of yoga, usually the breaths go in and out of the nostrils. And with meditation, often they will ask you to breathe in, inhale through your nostrils, and exhale through your mouth. So we're going to do that type of breathing in the body scan meditation, which I'm going to start first. So let's just practice that, each of us, if you can, if you've got enough quiet space there. And I'll get you to breathe in, inhale through your nose for 2 seconds, and then exhale through your mouth for 5 seconds. So just try that. And now what I want you to do, because in the body scan that we're going to do, the exhale is going to get longer. I want you to inhale for 2 seconds through your nostrils and exhale for 10 seconds. And we'll try one more. I want you to inhale through your nostrils for 2 seconds and then exhale for 15 seconds. Okay, so that is the type of breathing that we're going to use for the body scan. But I will point out 2 other types of breathing that are helpful if you want to calm yourself just in the middle of your day. Very, very simple. One is called diaphragmatic breathing. And for this, I'll get you to put one hand on your upper chest and the other hand on your stomach, or just below your rib cage, if you will. And just take some deep breaths that will fill your lungs and exhale for however long you want. And just when you're doing this practice, see if you can feel your stomach actually moving, because that's what we want to see with diaphragmatic breathing. So it's very deep breathing. And that will slow down your system and help you with stress levels throughout the day as well. And the third type of breathing, which they say helps a little bit in lowering blood pressure, and one that I often use, is called nostril breathing. So for this one, I'm going to get you to put your right hand on your knee and take your left thumb and close your left nostril. And then inhale through your right nostril and take your right ring finger and close your right nostril for a moment, just hold for a moment, and then let it go through, you know, letting your ring finger go so you can exhale on that. And then try the reverse as well. Put your left hand on your knee, and then take your right thumb and close your right nostril, and take a breath in through your left nostril, and take your right ring finger and hold your left nostril for a moment, and then let it go and exhale. So that nostril breathing is helpful as well. Okay. Now I'm going to lead you through a body scan meditation. I'm just going to ask Amanda for a second. How is my sound okay? Is it better now? Okay, she says much better. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so everyone just settle into a comfortable position and close your eyes and allow your spine to lift and your shoulders to soften. And I want you to take a full breath in for 2 seconds through your nostrils and take a long breath out through your mouth for 10 seconds. 2 seconds in, 10 seconds out. Now bring attention into your body. Notice the feeling of the weight of your body on the chair, on your sofa, on the floor, wherever you're sitting or lying right now. As you breathe, notice how your chest and abdomen expand to allow air into your lungs. As you exhale, bring awareness to the stillness and notice the sense of relaxing more deeply. Now bring your attention to the top of your head and notice any sensations in your scalp. Down the back of your head, to the sides of your head, and to your face. Notice your jaw, if you're holding any tension in your jaw. Let your face be soft. Now relax the muscles around your eyes and your mouth. Now I want you to breathe in through your nostrils for 2 seconds and breathe out through your mouth for 20 seconds. Notice your neck and your throat and let them be soft. Notice your shoulders and your arms. Feel any sensations as you allow the tension to move from your shoulders down your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, and down through your fingers. Notice any tightness that you have. Notice what the fabric of clothing that you're wearing feels like against your skin. I want you to breathe in for 2 seconds through your nostrils and exhale through your mouth for 15 seconds. Bring attention to your chest and your abdomen. Feel the movement of your chest as you breathe. Bring attention to your stomach and notice if your stomach is tense or tight, and let it soften. Notice your upper back and your lower back. If you're holding any tension there, release it now. Continue traveling to your legs, your thighs, your knees, your calves and shins, your ankles, and your feet. Notice the sensations of your feet against the floor. Notice their weight, temperature, or the feeling of energy present in your feet. As you continue breathing in and out, notice your whole body, from the top of your head all the way to your toes. Stay with the sense of your whole body for a few more breaths. As we continue, remain aware of your body as best as you can. As you finish with full deep breath in through your nostrils for 2 seconds and a long deep breath out for 5 seconds. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, so I have two very short meditations then to close with tonight that are guided meditations. So a lot of the meditations that you'll find on apps and on YouTube, they will be guided spoken meditations, and they will look at different things as well. It could be stress, could be anxiety, it could be fear, it could be letting go of anger, all kinds of different foci regarding, whatever is happening in your life. So you can search those using search engines for something in particular if you're looking for a particular issue that you want to address in terms of mental imaging. So I chose because a lot of us are dealing with lockdown right now and dealing with a lot of stress and heaviness and anxiety in our lives. So I have a couple here that are on stress and anxiety. So the first one is for excessive stress, and it's just a very simple one. So I'll lead you through this one. So it gets you just to take a gentle breath in and out through your mouth. Just a gentle breath in and out through your mouth. Now allow your eyes to close in the knowledge that you are safe. And I want you to find a place of stillness and comfort. It can be real, it can be a place that you have visited in your past, or it can be an imagined place as well. But find a place of stillness and comfort that makes you feel good. What does it look like? Look around. Are there any smells? Are there any sounds? Take a moment to notice what this place feels like. I want you now to catch that place and put it in a snow globe and set it down in your mind. And put that globe in a place in your mind that's easily accessible, that you can come back to when you're stressed or angry or in danger. And hold on to this inner calm as you continue to breathe. And gently open your eyes in the knowledge that you will always be safe there. Okay, and the last one is just a mantra, a guided mantra for stress and anxiety. One of the things I do in the religious world is called the Lectio Divina, so where we take a piece of scripture and we repeat pieces of it over and over again, and it's to help you focus in terms of meditating on the Word of God. So this is just a simple one without the religious elements, but a guided mantra for stress and anxiety. So I'm going to get you to repeat some phrases. Hopefully you're in a quiet room, or people might think you've gone a bit crazy, but I just get you to repeat these phrases quietly to yourself. I am strong. I am worthy. I am afraid, but my fears do not own me. I am stressed, but my worries do not define me. This is only a bad moment. Bad moments pass, just like good ones. I am enough. I will get through this. And then just take a deep breath in for 2 seconds through your nostrils and exhale for 10 seconds through your mouth. Wonderful. And I'll pass the ball back to Sue.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lesley. I feel so much more relaxed now.
Good, good.
Okay, Lesley already mentioned a few of the resources, and I have posted some of mine that I found as well. And I just wanted to point out right now the Chopra Center. So Deepak Chopra has a 21-day mantra. He does mantra meditations. And he does it with Oprah right now. So he has friends for 21 days come in and do free sessions. So if you want to try it, you can look that up and do 21 days with that and trial that one. But these are just a few other ones. And as well, I put down some breathing resources because there's a lot of different breathing out there, techniques. And of course, the most important thing is any questions and follow-up. You can always contact Lesley. Her phone number is here as well as her email. And I'm open to any kind of comments or questions as well. And I can redirect you to places that you may get answers from if I can't help you. And that's it. Thank you so much for being with us today. When in doubt, breathe in and out. Thanks, Lesley.
Thanks, Sue. That was excellent. Yeah. And is it okay for us to entertain questions now?